Hi and welcome to your final session in week 4. So this is your get up session, and it truly does work on the get ups, and also at the end of this session we'll be working towards a new kind of, or not a new maximum, but a maximum for your hang time, your jump and your plank time. So we'll be aiming towards that for this end of the session. So your restoration floor for this session, I would probably suggest either the sit floor or the squat floor, because of the get up where this workout goes ahead. They will get you in the right positions and the right fluidity to go for that, and they'll just clue in the movements as well, so you've got a bit of kind of warm up time. So you can be doing that as you're listening to this, which I would suggest for all of these, and I'll write that down, which you'll have already seen. Yeah, future, it's amazing, isn't it? So we have got 6 minutes to work through rounds of 8 glute roll-ups. So we've kind of gradually built up that glute roll now into actually getting fully up. 8 sit to stands. So going back and looking back at some of the stuff we've done in the past, we're bringing that back for this final week of your first 4 in the CNC, before we move on to the more explore based work, and then 8 swings or jumps. So we've been mixing those up. I would suggest that if you've got the ability to swing something, I would do that, because there's jumps at the end of the session, and again it would help create some power to drive and get you ready for that maximum jump. So 6 minutes to work through as many rounds as you can. Your glute roll up. So we've got a full movement going on here. Starting in that seated position with the feet out, so we're hitting these 90 degrees to make that 90-90 turn. I'm going to roll off to one side. I'm going to look at the shin bar that we did last week. So I'm coming up onto that shin. So again, I can use my hands if I want to, or I can use my body to drive up onto that shin. Once I'm onto this back leg here is going to come round to create a lunge position. Like so. From there, I'm going to stand up. So I'm in that lunge. If I want to, I can fully rotate round, so I'm now in a stud position if I'm facing that way, and then everything just needs to rotate backwards. I'm going to rotate backwards, so looking at that side to side movement we do in the squat side to side bit where we rotate back down, knee back to the floor, foot can come back into that shin bar, and take this foot round, down, and then I'm going off to the other side like so. Again, shin bar, I can use my hands if I want to. Back leg comes round, up, round, and I'm in. So that right there will be 2 rounds. I'm getting a bit of glare on the screen, aren't I? Sorry about this. The sun has come out, it's glorious, we cannot complain, even though it's making video footage more and more challenging. It's brilliant, it's the sun, it's out. So we got 8 of those, so I just need 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're into the sit to stands, or the squat sit stands. So you may still be using a bolster. Don't worry if you are doing, that might be something that you just have to accept for the rest of your life, that a bolster is there, but hopefully the more and more we do this, the more it comes down to squat. But 4 weeks is a very short time to ask you to go from using a bolster to a full depth squat. But the more you progress at these, the more easier that will become. So that bolster might have gone down a bit, it might be lower, it might be easier to do to that bolster. So we start off in the squat. I'm going to sit down to my bolster, the feet go out once again into that 99 position. I'm going to bring them in as much as possible. In that position, I find it great to just grab the knees and pull the body forward, like so. Really push the chest through, lift the shoulders and head up and back, and then relax back, pull those feet in, and then get that stand. The reason I pull on my knees is I'm trying to just train my body to be more forward, to have that ability to close the gap between the leg and the torso, keeping that upright spine. It'll help get that depth into the squat and be able to get up out of it. Just builds that the muscles up that are necessary. So again, I've got 8 of those. So I go down, quality of movement. And up, 8 reps. And then I've got my 8 swings. I can grab my kettlebell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like so. And then I'm back into round 2. I just keep working through those for 6 minutes. Then, once the 6 minutes is over, I've done my rounds. I take a 2 minutes rest, I chill out, bounce around, breathe it in a bit, just have a nice relaxing time. And then I've got 6 minutes to work through getting a new maximum hang. So I'll get in, hang, whatever time it is. If I want another go, I can, because I've got that 6 minutes to work through. Or I could go, well, that felt good actually, it's new, it's better, I don't think I'm going to get better than that, so I'm going to go for my jump. So we go, and we see if we can get a new maximum precision jump. So I'm going to try and get to a point where I can land without stepping forward. Ooh, it's not bad. Okay, bit of a slide in there, so I could shake out, I could go again because that only took me a second to do. Or I could just go for a new maximum plank time. So I get down, it might be that just the position that you're getting into is a harder position for the plank, okay? And that's already a win. And then you see if you can either hit the same or beat it, pull the belly button in, squeeze the butt tight, hold that plank for as long as you can. And then you look at the time and think, oh, that only took me 4 minutes, or it only took me 3 minutes. I'm gonna have another go at the hang. So you have another go at the hang and you beat your time and you get a minute or more than a minute, and you're like, cool, I've still got a little bit of time to try the jump, I'm going to go for another jump. So you use the time however you wish. I'd probably do it like that. You just get a hang time in, then do the jump, and then by the time you've done the 3, you're probably ready again to do another hang time and see if that's any better. And that 6 minutes will take you to the end because you've already done the explore work for that. So it's a bit of a shorter one, but it's quite intense and full on because you are trying to hit maximum things. So that is your week 4 of your CNC. So next week we move into week 5, obviously. It's still the create and condition work, but there's a higher focus on the explore. So we're taking it to some new movements, but we're going to look at creating and conditioning those movements. So it's kind of a higher focus on exploration within the create and condition. And those movements are going to be leg lifts, precision jumps, and sprawls and crawls. Okay, so there's 3 main aspects. So the leg lifts is that progression of the hang that we've been working on. The precision jumps is obviously a kind of a push on from the jumps that we've been doing, and the sprawls and crawls would be a kind of build onto the plank that we've been doing. So these are all going to be that next level thing that will then take us into week 9 to 12, where we'll look at taking an expressive focus on the create and condition. So great things ahead of us coming up. I hope you enjoyed this session and the first 4 weeks. I will see you for week 5.